It is Wednesday, and you know what that means. It is time for the Greg Cherry Show. Greg Cherry, alongside Jeff Meacham, and our special guest today.
Woo!
She's been on Jack of All Trades. She is one of our favorite people here on the brand. It's Jessi Davin, everybody.
What it do? What it do? Happy Wednesday.
Yes. Put her Twitter up.
There you go. That's right.
Oh, thank you.
She was probably she was part of what is my favorite episode of Jack of All Trades that I wasn't a part of, that tag team.
Oh, yeah, well, we got robbed.
Incredible.
Me and Will got robbed.
Yeah, you did. Oh,
I mean, it wasn't as bad as when Will got screwed by Denise on Quizlemania, but hey.
it's accurate. It's accurate.
That was so fun.
I'm sure I'll have you back because I love having you on my programming.
Oh, thank you. I love being here.
Appreciate it. And we got a lot to talk about today. On today's show, we're definitely going to be talking about. Yes. This is part of what we're talking about today because the timing of this honestly could not have worked out better.
It was a complete accident, but it worked out tremendously.
And I would rather have you on this week so you wouldn't brag about whooping our ass next week.
You are down. Aren't you down like a wide receiver? Or is it a running back?
Yeah, Avery Davis went down, and he was one of the big
no.
receivers. So I think he's done for the year.
I don't know. Last year when we played Oregon, we got our butts beat. And
I know that's kind of what I'm hoping. Ohio State in the early part of the season is like,
it's a mess.
Yeah, so I'm kind of hoping for that. Honestly, because Notre Dame, I think, has only beat Ohio State once. I mean, we're talking about it already. Screw it.
We beat their ass like all the time. Whenever we play them in the Rose Bowl, it's like, or not the Rose Bowl. Like last time we played them in the Fiesta Bowl or whatever.
Yeah, I remember. Unfortunately.
Yes.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to Ohio State when they were out at the Rose Bowl. I'm not getting out of there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Right there. It's right there down the freeway from me. Yeah.
Oh yeah. My parents were at the parade where the float caught on fire.
Oh geez, that's right. God, I forgot about that year.
That was right before
crazy.
COVID.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ohio State, this is Scarlett.
Hello there.
Hi, Scarlett.
Yeah. Greg's not on to himself today because you got a guy with roots in Ohio. You got Jessi here. You got it's Greg's just on a roll to himself over there for the day.
Okay.
Mork and Mindy, everybody. There you go.
Yes.
If you know, you know.
So yeah, we are going to talk more about Notre Dame, Ohio State, but I do want to bring something else up before we dive into it more. Because that's probably going to take up. So everybody knows the donation goal for the month of August.
It's the last thing.
Yeah, which if we raise $300 through the month of August, I would defend the WTC World Championship in a 10-person gauntlet match.
Oh.
I can tell you, as of today...
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Brett, I will be doing your spins in just a minute. So I want to explain how this is going to work. So initially, I probably had delusions of grandeur, thinking it was going to be a giant 5-6 hour live stream where all of us would be available at the same time. That is likely not happening. What is probably happening instead is that all 9 episodes are going to be pre-taped at different times and then just aired at the same time.
Right.
I do want to maintain, though, what was really the point of the stream and still do a charity stream with it.
Right.
No, okay.
So I will be setting up a donation, like a charity to donate to, throughout the course of the show. So it will be included in the description. It will be included in the main comments. I may ask Grift if we can stream it on No DQ because it gets more viewers.
Right.
But that will be the main thing. Like, you can enjoy the trivia, but please donate to the donation goal. And I have not told anybody what the charity I want to donate to is, but I have decided on what it is.
It's going to be the Jeff Meacham carpal tunnel fund for your ass.
Well,
sorry, Scarlett. Sorry.
No, it is going to be a donation to somebody on the stream, but Jeff, it's not you or me.
I know. I realize that.
Jessi, we're going to try and help you out with this.
Oh my gosh.
So, I may lose my championship, but if it helps you, that's what's important.
Oh, thank you.
So hopefully we get I'm hoping for big viewership and lots of stuff, and we'll promote it way ahead of time.
Yes.
I don't know if I can get guys like Sean and Will Washington on. We do have some spots filled. Brett Storm's going to be in it. 4-time Fan Quizlemania champion Joey Suba is going to be in it. Dwayne Atkinson, who was just on Jack of All Trades on Thursday, is going to be in. Travis Fame's going to be in.
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So we still have. Yeah, we still have a few spots to fill. I would love for Sean to be a part of it. I don't know with his schedule if he could be.
I'll bother him and see what he says.
Yeah, bother him because it is.
I will. He owes me. Cause. He owes me.
He does owe you. So yeah, it might cause the loss of my championship, but hey, me and Sean on the same screen.
Hey, you know what? It ain't his freaking birthday anymore. We can bug him what we want now.
Yeah. Well, man, if I lose my championship to Sean, I will never hear the end of it.
No, ever. From anybody. Well, except maybe me, because
yeah,
I'm retired, don't care.
Yeah, so I know I won't have as much pressure because it won't be 5 straight hours of me doing it, but it's still the fact I have to go through 9 people to win the thing.
Right.
Because I'm starting the thing. Oh, yeah. I'm not entering at number 10. I'm entering at number 1. That was the deal.
You are Greg Cherry, not Chavo Guerrero Jr.
And if you know, you
know. That's right.
And if you know, you belong in this gauntlet.
That's right. Because I can tell you what I'm talking about till we get there now. So there.
Yep. No Way Out 2007.
I actually meant WrestleMania 20, but okay.
Oh.
If you hear a child crying,
Either way,
we're getting her bottle ready.
No, it's perfectly fine. I'd like to get Andy on. We could see. I might honestly wipe the floor with Andy Datson as far as we'll get the word out, and I'll put a tweet out there after the show because I did want to make the announcement on here. So yeah, the 10-person gauntlet is going to be happening. Date to be determined because we don't have the full field yet. Right. And I will let everybody know when that is, and all the donations go straight to Jessi. I won't even put up my link. I don't want anything to come to me.
Yeah. We're shooting for winter, so Jeff and JB3 can actually have time.
Well,
because
JB3 is busy. I'm not even going to talk about them on the show.
Are we having issues with Mr. JB3 all of a sudden?
I'm not going to talk about it, Jeff.
What did I do?
So
what did you do? Anyway,
what did I do?
Yeah, I'm just asking.
What are you blaming me for?
I don't know what's going on, so I have to go with what I know.
I will tell you next week because we have a lady in the room.
Oh wow! In that case, yeah. Let's not. Yes, we're definitely shooting
It's
for
nothing
winter.
like
Because,
it's nothing like that. I don't want to devalue Jesse's appearance on the show.
well, of course.
So, Brett Storm donated to this, which, by the way, we were already past the goal,
Right.
before the
nice.
show started.
Yes.
So, Jesse, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, but we do wheel spins. On the show.
Yes.
And I did put a couple spots. I removed a couple entrance spots because it took up 6 of the spots, and I have added the acclaimed rap to 2 of them.
Oh, nice.
What?
So I
Don't
can
make
do
your
an
day
acclaimed
here.
rap about whatever you want, Brett, because you have 2 spins that I gotta get through. So, and if you land on contestant for the gauntlet, you're already in. So I'll just respin,
Yeah.
just to be fair. All right, here we go.
Drum roll, please.
That's a really good question in the chat room once we're done spinning the wheel for Brett here.
And Brett, do you want to call into the show?
Whoa.
There you go. Why not? Hell.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
He's watching. We know he's watching, so.
Yeah, we know he's watching.
I love the logo in the wheel. I think that's great.
Oh, yeah. It's good.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh, he's gonna be on Jack of all trades too.
Oh,
Jeez. You kidding me?
oh
The
my
opportunity
god.
you're gonna get.
Jackpot.
September's already starting to get loaded for Jack of all trades. Here we go.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brett. If you end up winning the championship, you cannot be on Jack of all trades. I don't do the dual champion thing.
Ooh.
But if
No, wait a minute. Why is Sat allowed to be a double champion and not Brett?
because the Jack of all trades championship
Brett
can be
screwed
option
Brett.
seed to this.
That's true. Damn.
Well done,
Just
Jesse.
brought him up off air, Jesse. Come on.
Because the Jack of all trades singles championship can be option seed into the WTC championship.
Ah, okay. I got you.
So, like, you can't have a monopoly over both.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, Brett did hit the jackpot today. He's
Yes,
got.
he definitely did. That's
If
awesome.
he doesn't win the gauntlet, he's got a backup plan on Jack of all trades.
Yes.
Mhm.
So there is a question, and I would love to see if it gets out there. If you win this gauntlet that we're going to throw at you, me and he who shall not be named, are you going to retire the championship after that? Is that it?
I mean, I've talked about it because if I beat 9 straight people, what do I have to do?
Yeah, you are Roman Reigns at that point.
That's just a spoil of riches.
But like, let me bring this up. As of today,
Yes.
I have been champion for 1,635 days.
That's crazy.
So I am
Wow.
like behind San Martino and Backlund, and that's it.
Whoa.
Yeah, and Backham's still a good.
Yeah, because I passed Severn's NWA, I passed Hogan back in March. So,
Yes, you did.
like, what else do I have to prove? Like, somebody could get me a freaking, like a Guinness Book of World Records person to come to the house and just show them all the episodes when they aired, and be like, here's your.
You could, I don't know, make a trophy.
That's right.
You can get those made.
No, see, what you do is you get Greg a trophy, and then you get me when I visit, give me a smaller trophy, and all this time to be a champion, this long time, and a weird French accent, and then have you challenge him again.
Or you do it like the Stanley Cup and just have your name just repeated over.
Ooh, I
and
like
over.
that one. I like that one. We're going with that. That's what we're doing.
Just have my name engraved. Well, you'd have to engrave Jeff, me.
That's right.
Well, you'd have to engrave Jeff 4 times, and then me twice, and then.
You get the name out, you can drink from it.
Hey, I'm okay with that. I actually drank out of the Stanley Cup for real, so there you go.
No way!
LA
Shout out
Kings
to Tampa
stay over
Bay.
for life, so there you go. Yeah.
Shout out to Tampa Bay, 2-time back-to-back Stanley Cup.
Hey, back to back is nothing to sneeze at. They just couldn't get her done, unfortunately.
I know
So-
Vasilevsky.
Yep.
Was working overtime, man.
Yeah, that was a hell of a final for sure.
Was.
So, Brett, I will send you the link. I apologize. I'm working on it. We won't keep it for too long. Because...
I did retire from Chelsea. I was just being facetious, Josh. I'm done facing Greg in WTC. I'm over that. No way.
Yeah, I'm working on sending the link,
My
which is good because I don't have to do anything physically.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this.
Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
College football season, I mean, it technically kicked off last week, but for us, it kicks off Saturday evening. Fortunately, after Clash at the Castle, so we get to enjoy both.
I'm not going to be able to watch that pay-per-view. I'm going to be too nervous.
Just everything's a Clash at the Castle. Everything's at the Clash at the Castle so freaking early.
I know. Shout out to... It's not a bad word. No, it's not.
Oh, I said frickin'. Sorry about that.
No, it's all right. She hears a lot worse during football season. Trust me.
Yeah, I can imagine. Especially on Saturday.
Yes, especially with my dad too.
I believe it.
Papa
yeah, it's one of those. It's so early, and of course we're doing the live watch along on my channel, so we're gonna be up. We're gonna be on the air at noon Eastern.
But I can't say that's a mean word.
That's a mean word. Right. That's right.
Only if you're hungry.
No, you can't call yourself.
But only if you're
yeah,
but,
so
we're doing
the link, so he'll be joining shortly.
Yeah.
All right. So,
what time is the football game?
7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, so we won't be on the air till just after it starts, which for open mic night. So I'll have two different TVs going at Teresa's house.
What is it on? Is it on Fox or is it on NBC?
ESPN, I believe.
ESPN, I think.
Yeah. I thought ESPN. Well, they pulled out of the Big Ten talks.
Yeah, they did.
Which they should have.
I mean, if it changed, like I thought it was ESPN. Let me double check. I don't want to steer you wrong because we'll find it either way.
Josh, your last name is Mansfield, which is where my dad is from, so you have to root for Ohio State.
Right. ESPN. Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, we know that they're going to be. I'm surprised. They didn't get the NBC.
It may be ABC. Hold on.
It's probably ABC if it's ESPN.
Well,
I would imagine
ESPN is ABC. It's all owned by the mouse. So
yeah, exactly.
And Brett is here, so let's go ahead and do the thing. Woo-hoo! What up, Brett?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Brett.
I was not expecting to get not only the Jack of all trades thing and being on the show. That probably currently the two biggest on the.
You hit the. You hit the jackpot.
Today.
You're in the gauntlet. You're on Jack of all trades. Like you just got everything today. Crying out loud.
It's that House of Black shirt giving you that black magic. Good luck.
That's it. That black magic. That's it.
Maybe. Apparently, I am the Jack of all trades. Well, Jack of all trades of getting lucky wheel spins and.
Today, anyway, yes, it's true. Yes.
Yeah, today.
Well, and Jessi was only saying Brett screwed Brett because I was telling her the last time I had this in a picture was this, and we were back there for the family trip the Monday that Bret Hart debuted on WCW Nitro. So it was just kind of the story time before we got on the air. So
yeah,
25 years this year, crazy.
Hard to
Same
believe.
shirt though.
All right. Brett, do you want to throw anything out there since you're on the show? You're in the gauntlets. I know you're going to trash talk me because you took me out in CWT, but
woo!
Well, I'll save the trash talk for whenever the match is happening.
Match happens.
Yeah.
That's Steelers colors. Ew.
Hey, Jessi, you know I'm a Steelers fan. Like we are at odds when it comes to football.
Yeah. Not only
But
Steelers.
we can't agree on this. Fuck Michigan.
Yes.
Yes.
We can all agree on that.
Yes. For many, many reasons.
I'll just take your word for it.
Yeah.
Brett's from the UK.
That's an American football nonsense.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll be actually going to Clash of the Castle, actually. So.
Oh, look at you! Right on. That's cool.
Ooh.
You're all blowing up. Wow.
Hopefully
yeah, it's one of those. Number one, F them because Ohio State versus that that school up north. Yeah, no. Number 2 because of Harbaugh. Damn that creep. He's almost at Belichick level. Almost.
See, we hate both Harbaughs because the other one's coaching the Ravens.
Yes.
Exactly.
AKA the old Browns.
Right. Hey, no, Greg and I are still, well, Greg more because it actually affected the Steelers directly, but freaking Ravens and their pandemic liberties the NFL gave them by making the poor Broncos start a third string what the heck in a game during so bad. And yes, we're flying onto it. No, we don't care.
It screwed up the Steelers season. We lost Bud Dupree in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad.
I tell you what, though, that playoff appearance.
Yes.
The Browns finally got. I got to make Ben Roethlisberger cry.
You know what? There was one good thing that came out of that game. My friendship with Daisy.
This is true. This is true. There you go. But yeah, Jess, not only Steeler colors, but if you look at the bottom and top font, Steeler font. Oh yeah.
Terrible towel font. I couldn't not see that. I'm a football fan. Sorry,
that is all designed for Greg.
This is like not.
I mean, there was Yankees like pinstripes on the graphic for today, so
yes,
just covering the gamut.
That's right. Yeah.
Brett, do you want to add anything else? I don't want to kick you out because you were only just on the show, but it's only a call-in feature. Do you have anything to add? Anything to plug? Any of that?
Well, not necessarily like anything to add necessarily, because currently the conversation is something that I have no clue about. I do not watch sports. I just watch wrestling. But as for plugs and stuff, like if you want to follow me, it's at Brett D. Stewart on Twitter. I have a YouTube channel which is just under the name Brett Storm. It's got a Cray Wrestler on it. If you want to do that, that's fine. I don't really mind. Yeah.
There you go.
I'll be looking forward to making appearances on Jack of All Trades, the Gauntlet. Looking forward to all that.
Yeah, I guess Jack of All Trades will be before the Gauntlet, likely. So.
Well, yeah, way before that.
So Brett, you're going to be in for the September episode, so I'm going to fill 2 more spots after that.
My birthday month. There's a lot is happening in my birthday month.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy times. All right, Brett, thank you very much for joining us. I'm going to take you out, but appreciate you for being on.
So, not to pile on to your load, Greg, but, if he's on Jack of All Trades in September and wins, and then he doesn't win the Gauntlet, he can always catch an option C on you anyway.
Here's the thing, like, if he becomes champion, like, I don't know. That puts it into a pickle because, like, if he becomes Jack of All Trades champion and then wins the Gauntlet, he'll have to forfeit the Jack of All Trades championship.
Well, right. That goes without saying.
Yeah. So it could be very confusing times.
Yes. And, winter is coming, apparently, on the WTC brand.
There you go.
There you go. Oh, and Jessi, just for your own edification, not only do we use Yankee pinstripes, but your font.
Yeah.
So
that's my Twitter. That's before I had 2 kids and I had lots of time.
Well, I was trying to find a picture. It's like, just use the Twitter picture and just whatever.
Everyone knows that Twitter picture, so.
I don't know. Shoot, my picture on Twitter's still old enough where I don't look. Yeah. So it is what it is. It's all good. Yeah, just try to be as creative as possible when we have special guests, and it's very rare we have anybody outside of the usual he and I and Big G and the Jack of All Trades folks on here. So it's awesome to have you aboard for the ride.
It is definitely. So, I want to talk about Dynamite because
Tony Khan has a big announcement.
Oh, geez.
I'm sure he does, as he does every week.
Well, I mean, we gotta announce.
It feels that way.
I mean, you have to book a world champion. There's no world championship match officially booked
Sunday
for the pay-per-view that's happening this weekend. That is Vince McMahon booking. What is happening?
I know.
Seriously, it's like the polls have switched continents.
Right.
It's like
well, I wouldn't go that far.
What the hell? Yeah, it's crazy.
The difference is though, I feel like I trust AEW a little bit more with their booking, and like I'm more inclined to trust the process with AEW. I mean, obviously WWE is different now, but
Yes.
in times past, I would not have a lot of faith within a WWE to do that. But I feel like AEW, I feel like they're setting something up. I don't feel like that match last week was for nothing. That had to have been something. I don't feel like they would have done something that's shocking.
Yeah,
There's
there's got to be
Yeah.
something up.
There has to be at this point.
Has to be. It has
I
to
mean,
be.
does the winner of the casino ladder match get the shot that night? Like, how is that going to work?
That would not be. To me, that's not logical because, like, if I was in that match, I wouldn't like do anything because then I would be like, well, I have a world championship match later. So it's like it wouldn't make any sense to me to do that night. So it's like my thinking is somehow MJF comes into play here. I feel like him and CM Punk are gonna team up or something like that. Or I don't know. I feel like there's gotta be something going on.
Yeah,
It's one of those things. Like, I think, and again, we've talked about this all week on my shows. You know, whenever I've been on this week, I think that we as fans just are used to, dare I say, spoiled on knowing too much. I like not knowing what the heck's going to happen this week.
You know what? That's true. It's different. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not what we're used to. But like I said, I trust the process, and I firmly believe that it's gonna be a great pay-per-view.
Yeah. Either way, they've got a ton of stuff already booked, which is more than freaking NXT had till last night. So there was that.
I didn't even know Worlds Collide was happening this weekend.
I did. I had no idea. I mean, I
only know about it because I'm, like I said, we're covering it on the network. But yeah, no one's got a back-to-back show that day. God bless it. It's calling 2 straight shows, and we're doing JJ's Warzone show in the middle of everything. So it'll be a long Sunday. What the heck is going on? Trying to find a different hat because it was getting too hot with the sorcerer hat on. So forgive me, you guys.
It's okay.
That's perfectly fine. I hope. I kind of want to see the Acclaimed win the tag team titles.
Right.
I feel like it works. I feel like they're over. I feel like they're super over. Yeah, no, you don't like talking about wrestling.
I know it's kind of like baby faces versus baby faces. Yeah.
Strike while the iron's hot. I want to hear more of their raps. They're funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I feel like for me at least, personally, I feel like Swerve and Keith Lee both could do something individually. Like, I feel like them being in a tag team, while it's super cool and different, and I like it, I feel like they both could benefit from individual runs. So
I also hate their tag team name.
Oh, stupid! Yeah.
Why a missed opportunity for Strictly Business?
Right, I know. Right? I wonder if that's like taken.
Well, they're using it in the NBA for Aldis's faction, so maybe they didn't want to infringe. Or I mean, granted, they can't. It's not. I'm sure there's no legal copyright on that because strictly you can't copyright the phrase "strictly business." But maybe Tony didn't want to.
Well, spelling.
Yeah.
Right.
Strict,
yeah.
L-E-E.
Yeah. Strict. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely think if they're gonna pull the Acclaim trigger, they gotta do it while the irons. They gotta strike with irons hot because they're still really hot right now, especially with Billy fully on board with them at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I still can't hear the phrase "scissor me" ever again, ever the same way.
Right.
Well, no. I know you weren't on the cruise, the Jericho cruise this year, Jess. I know you. There you go. There you go. Very nice. Yeah, he's run the gamut nickname since he's been in AEW. I mean, I don't want to say the word present, but we did Mad Libs to celebrate Billy's birthday that Colt Cabana ran. Let me just throw that out there right now.
That's awesome.
And Mad Libs turned Mr. A double crooked letter into Mr. C word to describe.
Oh no!
Yeah. So the whole next day on the cruise, he and the boys were out there having a match, and he was Mr. on the way out of the thing, he was encouraged. Oh yeah, do it. He was totally eating it up and just playing it off and just screaming at us. It was hysterical. So I'm glad to be cheering for Billy Gunn, to be honest with you, because I don't like booing Billy because Billy's actually was pretty decent. So on the cruising,
and he's still in ridiculous shape for being what is he like?
Oh, I know it's
late
insane.
50s, early 60s.
People forget that he was around during the Hogan era. He's Hogan's height. He's 6'8".
Right. Dude's huge.
He is 6'8". He's every bit of that. There's the picture of me and him and his boys from the cruise, and I am definitely the smallest dude in the room. Like, so it's they are definitely gifted. I mean, he's 55. His sons can't be any further up in their mid 20s, maybe even late 20s. But yeah, they towered over my. I'm definitely wider than they are, and they are taller. Let's put it that way. It was enjoyable, and like you guys said, I think Keith and Strickland definitely have a brighter future as singles competitors in AEW. They can both, try to stop Wardlow if they can. Try to get in the world title mix once they figure out the world title mix. It's crazy. Yeah, Brett. He's 6'8". I heard that. I forget where I heard that.
Oh, good. Brett doesn't know heights. That's good.
Right. There you go.
Like I do.
He's still every bit of 6.5 at least, because just hi to Billy Gunn. When I was
Wade Barrett is ridiculously tall too. I remember walking past him at Access. I thought I was looking up at the ceiling how tall that guy is.
No, I thought Drew was tall when he and I posted SummerSlam Access. Then I met Wade. I was like, holy Jesus.
Right.
That is one tall Brit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I swear they're having him stand in a hole, stand next to Rich during NXT. Because there's no way they're the same height.
They do the Tom Spearsy thing where they make him spread his legs out.
Right. Well,
he lowers his chair to the like he lowers his chair all the way to the ground, down like that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
up here.
I just find the thing so funny that Andre is already tall enough as it was, and then they had him stand on a box because Vince was so tall. That's like, yeah. McMahon, the announcer, can't look this tall next to Andre, so we're going to make Andre look like he's 10 feet tall. It's too funny. These guys are so big still. Even now, it's like, we're not in the big man era anymore, but man, these guys are tall. And it's just, Billy Gunn is every bit of that 6'8". He's probably like 6'7" or 6'6" now because, age does that to you.
Yeah.
He's like you said, Greg. He's in redonkulous shape.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, super.
But yes, I agree. I agree. It's the Acclaim's time.
Yes, I would love to. They need the tag team titles. They just do.
Yeah.
It's weird that it's a babyface versus babyface match, but
it makes sense in AEW. I feel like that AEW, you don't need to have the heel versus face thing. I feel like it's not as strict of storyline perspective because you want to root for everybody anyway. I mean, let's be honest, people root for the heels a lot too. So I feel like it does benefit AEW to have that that kind of less strict format, if you want to say, when it comes to their matches.
Right. And if they're not going to pull that trigger with FTR, then the Acclaimed is definitely the way to go.
Right.
I still think FTR should be champion, but
Josh, what are you doing? Like you've already got me in enough trouble with the gauntlet. What are you doing?
Right.
I don't bet on Ohio State games because I don't want to jinx it.
Right. I'm with you there.
This is Notre Dame's first game with Freeman as head coach.
And he went to Ohio State.
He did go to Ohio State. So did James Laurinaitis, who's the defensive
I know, that's
coordinator.
what I was about to say. I am so mad. I wanted James Laurinaitis as our linebackers coach because he played with Brian Hartline, who's our wide receivers coach, and who has just completely transformed our wide receiver room into Zone 6 and has just made it. I mean, look at like Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Michael Thomas. I mean, my God. And then you've got, obviously, at running back, you've got Ezekiel Elliott, but that's on a different side. And I was like, Laurinaitis would be a great linebackers coach. But now he's like an assistant, a graduate assistant.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to be associated with a Laurinaitis that isn't a piece of shit.
Yeah.
James Laurinaitis, the one that was born to the proper Laurinaitis, not the piece of garbage.
Yeah. He actually did an introduction for the Ohio State starting line one year. I think I shared it when he passed away.
It was
the starting line with his son, the starting defensive lineup.
Joe was cool. I talked to him on one of the Super Bowl Sundays. I forget which one it was. It wasn't one of the ones that James was playing at the time, but it was not. It was definitely well after Hawk had passed, but I wanted to get him on for an interview, and he's like, "Yeah, just call me in a couple of weeks and we'll watch a game." I thought, okay. Never called him back. Never got a chance.
Oh no.
So, and then of course, we should. He even said, once you can call my brother. I thought to myself, okay, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is just a big piece of garbage, and it's unfortunate that name has to carry on outside of wrestling.
I know,
but fortunately for him, like his bloodline is not with that Laurinaitis, and you don't have to hear this voice all the time.
It's such a weird last name.
Well, and again, I don't know how often he talks to Uncle John. I don't. I'm
at this point I wouldn't.
Right at this point,
I would. But it's one of those. I would be crestfallen losing my dad, and I can't imagine not having some sort of direct connection, even if it is Uncle John. So it's one of those, hard to ignore what he's done, but family is a stronger bond than a lot of people realize. So I'm not saying you would condone it, because if you condone it, you're an even bigger piece of trash. But it's I think James is pretty level-headed in not doing that.
But yeah, that's going to be our Saturday, Jessi. So love you.
I have
to root against your team
all day. Oh my gosh, I have a feeling. My big question, obviously, is well, for me last year, especially at the end of the year, and the horrible loss that we had with that team up north.
Yeah.
I was. I don't want to say it, but obviously I was not in the capacity to be able to watch football at that point.
Right.
And so I don't even remember the Michigan State game. So I didn't really get to see the evolution of the team as far as like CJ Stroud and the offense, and obviously the defense. There's a lot of questions on the defense. But obviously with the new hire from Oklahoma State, of course, as a Big Ten fan, having a Big 12 defensive guy makes me a little nervous, no matter how many awards he's won, because the Big 12 is just a heart attack on offense,
Yeah, true that.
It's just, I mean, there's like no defense in the Big 12. It's just all offense. It's just a shootout, But I feel like obviously we have a lot of questions. There's been a lot of movement as far as coaching is concerned with our defense, and it'll be really interesting to see how the defense grows. I feel like on offense we're pretty good. The only thing I do worry about on offense is, have they been listening to all the talk in the preseason? Because I feel like there's been a lot of talk. CJ Stroud is like the Heisman favorite. Not in Vegas though, which is very interesting. And obviously, losing some big wide receivers. I'm not really concerned about that. I did see, I think one of our running backs is hurt. I think both of our running backs. We're kind of short in the running back game. But I'm interested to see how the offensive line does, but mainly, obviously, the defense and our secondary. See how our corners do. I'm really interested to see how they pull some coverage, because Ohio State the past few years has been 3rd and long. They're gonna convert on 3rd and long, because it's always a deep pass and our guys push off, and I'm like, why are you pushing off? What are you doing? Why are you letting go? I'm like, okay, don't save yourself for the NFL, please. Now NILs exist. You can make money by being good on the team. I mean, you can save yourself. I don't want anyone to get hurt, but it's like, come on. It's just been frustrating. So it'll be interesting to see. And it's just, it's got to be a top 5 matchup. It's like, really? Can't we just ease into it with a cupcake? I just want to ease into it with like I don't know, a St. Mary's School of the Deaf or something like that, or just like a I don't want to say Appalachian State because I don't want a 2007 team up north to happen.
Right.
But something like that. But I'm excited. I'm excited, nervous. Definitely starting off the season with a bang. But I will say that Notre Dame being a Notre Dame fan has to be stressful because of the independent status in all of the
Every
teams,
year.
all the teams that they play, and just
So not only do we get Ohio State to kick off the season, on my birthday we get Clemson.
Oh Jesus!
Same season.
I know,
That's
but
rough.
I mean, Clemson isn't the same anymore. I mean,
They're
once they
not the
lost-
same. Like last year they fell off, and in 2020 Notre Dame did beat Clemson 2 days after my birthday, which I was ecstatic
Amazing,
about.
thank you.
Right,
Thank
of course.
You so much.
What probably the best college football game I've ever watched. And maybe I'm biased, but
Oh yeah, that's okay. You're allowed.
like I think even if Notre Dame loses, like if they cover the spread, I might be able to accept that because the spread is 17.5 points.
And it's the beginning of the season. If you remember, Ohio State in the 2014 championship year lost to Virginia Tech, unranked Virginia Tech, and it was a heartbreak.
It was bizarre what it was.
It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
At home too. It's just
Right.
but then we got that revenge game, and Braxton Miller did that sweet cheat code spin move. That was so cool. Yeah, we still won out. An early season loss is the best you can do. So either way, Ohio State or Notre Dame, and the fact that it's a top 5 matchup.
Yeah.
Right.
It's as long as it's close, as long as it's not a complete blowout on either side, which no one wants to see. That's boring. Even though it's probably better for my cardiac health, but I mean,
Right.
Yeah, I don't think that a loss here is an end of a season, an end of a for Notre Dame, the whole independent thing kind of hurts you because you don't have a conference championship. But I don't think it's a end all be all for either team.
I don't think it is either. Like I think a 1-score loss to Ohio State would be beneficial for them. And at that point, Notre Dame would have to hope Ohio State just goes unbeaten.
Right. On both sides, you'd have to think, you got to run the table. Both teams got to run the table.
And facing Clemson's not going to be easy. I don't think they have too many tough games on the schedule. I think USC is ranked again, which is weird to me.
Yeah,
they're always ranked.
I was going to ask you, Jess, as a Ohio State area, how from a Cali guy, how weird is it that they're going to both be in the Big Ten, UCLA and USC? What?
I despise it because why are we putting Pac-12? Why are we putting Pac-12 teams in the Big Ten when the Rose Bowl is such a huge deal? I mean, to me, that was just the cement in the pavement of the foundation that they're expanding the playoff to 8 teams. It has to be, because it makes no sense with these super conferences now. I mean, it's just they have to expand the playoff, and they're voting on it. I think Friday, I want to say, or something.
It probably won't even take effect this year.
It's not going to be until 2026. I think 2026.
Oh, geez, so it's still way down the road.
But
it was just the irony that the Pac-12 was formed 100 years ago this year.
I know.
I'm sorry. Yeah, the Pac-12, and that was where USC and UCLA were. So it was just a weird timing thing that they announced it.
And the whole travel thing on either side, making these poor college kids go cross country. Come on.
That's a long trip, especially when the situation we're in right now. You're either in a little bitty tube in the air during COVID, or you're on a bus across country in COVID. Right. Either way, you're like, what are you doing to these kids?
Here's what I enjoy about this. USC is notorious for not playing cold weather games.
Yes, that is so true.
So now that they have to come to Ohio State, to Michigan, to
Wisconsin,
Michigan State, to Penn State, they're going to have to play in these cold weather games, whether they like it or not. They can't schedule all these away games in September and October because they never played Notre Dame in November. They always play them in October, and they play them at home in November.
Right, to avoid the drama. Yeah,
it's always been. So
that's why I want the SEC teams to come play up in the North in November.
The SEC. Screw the SEC so hard.
No.
All up in it. Yeah.
Alabama playing against a Division III school their first week. It's
seriously.
You know what Alabama does that's really smart is they play all like their hard games, or they typically do. They play all their hard games at the beginning of the year, and then they just schedule cupcakes like all of November just to build up their like repertoire with the committee.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's disgusting, and it's like you can't do that. You can't see that should not be allowed. You should be playing conference rivals. You should be playing teams within your conference in November. Like you're like literally resting yourself up for a national championship game. Like, come on, it's not
seriously. I put out last night, this morning. This is the one time a year I detest. I fear having to tweet and watch Conrad Thompson stuff. It's like God.
Oh, I know.
Oh my God. Between him, friggin' Shivani, and Flair's a college football fan too. It's like, I need to take an ad-free shows break for the college football season.
Well, Flair's like Drake. He's a fan of everybody.
Well, and that's fine, but it's you always root for Bama if they have a chance because that's his son-in-law's team. Shivani is Georgia for life, and if they do great, we hear about it every Wednesday. If they don't hear about
it, Natty. They finally won the Natty.
So he was very happy at the end of last season.
Yes, he was, man.
Screw the Crimson Tide.
Yes.
I don't think Shivani smiled that much since he left WWF and went back to WCW in '89. Like seriously, he was so giddy last year.
Well, it had to have been 90 because he called the Rumble.
90. Sorry, brain fart. That's right. He just missed WrestleMania that 1990, but he was at 89. Right? That's right. Okay.
Brett donated again. He's just piling on at this point.
Brett's just having a good old time today. Whatever.
He is having a good old time. He says he's hoping for an entrance. So let's see.
Right.
Come on.
It's been a long time since this has popped up.
Oh, whoa.
Well, that's kind of close.
A hot minute. Yeah, we were close to the entrance.
And we have a variety of voices now, not just a couple of dudes on. So there you go.
Yeah. So
throw it out there, Brett.
Who wants to take the karaoke bullet, as it were?
Let's all harmonize.
Yeah, there you go. Pick a duet song, Brett, or some week. Or there's not gonna be many duet wrestling entrances or karaoke's, but heck, it ain't to be wrestling necessarily. Just don't pick anything too difficult for us yahoos.
We got another singer here too.
I mean, I could always pull up my karaoke list. I don't remember the last time we landed on karaoke for the show.
It's been definitely not this season.
Brett, I typically pick the song because I don't know a ton of music. I'm being honest.
Okay.
Let me look.
Dong. Oh.
I can sing me a mean "With My Baby Tonight" if y'all want to do that again. That's a classic.
You're gonna forget the lyrics again.
Hey, I got them right in front of me this time. I'm good to go.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Library.
Born for Greatness.
Oh, there you go. People crud on that song. I actually like it.
It's awesome. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Well, Jessi's gonna have to do. Listen, I know wrestling themes, Brett. I'm talking about like mainstream music.
Scarlett wants
that
to
was
Born
the
for
luck of
Greatness.
the draw. That was how the questions were shuffled. Okay.
That's right.
No.
Oh, that's tremendous. That was a great comment. Thank you for that, Brett. I needed it today.
Nobody can handle this. No one try to take the risk. I want it. Yeah, I was born for greatness, greatness, greatness. Yeah,
There you go. There it is,
I
folks.
was
There's
born
your
for greatness, greatness.
Ooh, I like this.
That was better than I could do it.
Knock me out, turn around his lights down. Nothing's gonna stop me now. I got no how. Yeah, I was born for greatness, greatness, greatness.
Yeah, I was born.
For greatness, greatness, greatness. Yeah.
Nice.
Again, that
That's
was
our
better than I could.
motivational song.
Right.
Motivational.
Jesse's popping over there. If you know, you know. I'm not
Everybody's
repeating
on
the
Twitter
line.
today,
I'm
man.
not
Share,
I am not
share
repeating
it,
the line she uses on this show. I'm not doing it.
That's right.
Hey, that saves me from having to do karaoke. So there you go.
Yes, and no, Josh and Brett, it's not confirmed that Drew's doing Broken Dreams. We're all just hoping for it.
Yeah, he's been using it on Twitter for his like build-up videos. So, quite frankly, if he doesn't use it at this point, it's going to be a disappointment.
We riot.
And if he does use it, he's winning the title.
Yeah. Oh, and I agree with Jessi. Brett, since you're going to be there, if he doesn't use it, y'all can riot at the castle. Just make it happen.
Yeah.
Yes, respectfully. We don't want to incite a riot, but just like
That's right.
respectfully.
That's right. We're encouraging shenanigans and mayhem. That's right.
Right. Across the pond. I don't know if it's illegal. Don't call Interpol.
I don't know how that works over there.
Yeah. Don't call Interpol.
Just don't go to Washington anymore. That's all we ask. But yeah,
I do want to make it over to the UK sometime, though.
Definitely.
But like Jen and I have talked about taking a trip over there, and
It's
you know
lovely.
we got friends over there. We got Brett. We got Sat. I can drop in on the Wrestle Talk office. You know, good stuff.
Oh, I love
That's
Wrestle
right.
Mommy.
Open up, NBA. Chun, chun, chun.
Let me back on Quizlemania.
Jerry for Quizlemania.
Part two.
That's right.
I'm not starting the hashtag again. Like,
I'm just not sure if I'm going to end up in Scotland Yard for being a disturbing of the peace. I don't know if that one's going to be a thing.
No, I can't.
What is in the stockades?
yeah, Brett, I agree.
That's right. There you go.
Broken Dreams, we riot.
That's
If
right.
you do this, he can use Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Well, there you go.
That'd probably be a lot of Green Day royalties, and I'm not sure they want to do that.
I'm walking in.
All the royalties. Good lordy.
Well, I mean, they got a lot of money now.
Well, they
Well,
do,
yeah, but they still had everything on the network now, even now.
See, if it was Tony Khan, he wouldn't care because he'd license whatever song, unless it was Final Countdown, which is like
I was going to
$500,000
say,
a show.
I don't know the lyrics to Brian's song now, like the lovely young lady does here, but I can sing me some Final Countdown like nobody's business. Tell you what.
Josh, no, you don't have to get the hashtag started again. You know,
no.
If it
Adam
happens,
is well
again,
aware.
it happens again. Yeah. Like I've been on. If I hadn't been on the show yet, it would be one thing. But I've been on, so
yes.
If I get back, I get back.
Get back to where you once belong. That's something. Another good
Yeah,
song.
there you go.
Yeah.
I'll
tie back to the UK.
Get back, Greg Cherry.
Get back. Get
There
back.
you go. There you
Get
go.
back to where you once belong. Get back to where you once belong. Get back, Loretta.
Yeah.
There we go. There's karaoke from the boys. There you go.
Yes. And it's a Beatles song, so I'll probably get flagged for it.
Nah.
Who owns the Beatles catalog now? Because Michael Jackson used to.
Michael passed. Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I think it
The
reverted
estate?
back to them, but I could be wrong.
The estate.
Yeah, it might be like the Lennon McCartney. Well, Paul's still alive. Why doesn't he own it?
The rights to the Beatles music in 2021 reverted back to Paul and Sony, apparently.
Okay, so Paul does kind of have it.
Yeah.
I was kind of wondering.
He's got so much money.
Yeah. Like, he doesn't have to do he didn't go to his house anymore. He had to do a darn thing.
No,
I mean,
he
it's
worked
probably a
hard.
good thing he has all that money because his wife took like a ton of it.
Well,
Is excellent.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. He's no Jeff Bezos, that's for sure.
No.
True. Well, it's only 7:55, but I think we're going to call it there because we all want to watch Dynamite.
Well,
Yeah.
Jessi's got to do her Twitch stream, I'm sure, later. So,
Yeah.
so go follow her on all the socials at Jessi the Buckeye.
Thank you,
Yes.
Greg, for that beautiful, sweet, kind announcement earlier. It really meant a lot.
Of course.
To me. That's very.
And I'll put it out on Twitter for everybody to see too.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
because-
That's so nice.
And Josh, can we have Jessi on every week?
As much as
If
I
she's-
can. I'll try my
I
best.
gotta say, if she's free, she's more than willing. Like I'm more than
Yeah.
willing to have her as like a regular part of the show.
yes.
Yeah.
I have
don't
no
know.
problem with that.
And now that we know where the charity funds are being donated for that gauntlet, I will gladly change the graphic to Ohio State lettering at the very least.
Oh, yeah, I know. It depends on what happens Saturday. I may be
Yeah,
too
it depends
depressed.
what. Yeah, it depends what happens Saturday. I don't need that salt rubbed in the wound too. And
I
if the
know.
Browns end up sweeping the Steelers this year, it's just going to be a bad.
Well, we
football
can
year.
do Ohio State lettering with the Notre Dame color scheme.
There you go. Well,
Or
the
vice
Notre Dame
versa.
color scheme is a bit controversial in Ohio.
This is very true. It's very
Well,
true.
it's not.
You
It's
have to
not
do, like,
quite the
gold.
same blue as.
It's not
As
well. It's
Michigan,
not the
so.
sing blue, and there's green too. So you
Yeah.
can always do
Yeah.
green.
Yeah, do
but
the
it's more
green. No
gold.
problem.
It's not maize. Ugh. IO.
Yeah, it's not maize. It's like a navy blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only one blue and gold team I can stand. That's UCLA. So the hell with that team.
Hey, my high school colors were blue and gold.
I think okay, college team. Sorry for the not differentiating. Good Lord Almighty.
Anyway, thank
There's
you.
Miami
Jessica,
with
for
the Oregon
being-
Ducks and the Mighty Ducks.
Thank
Jeez.
you.
I'm trying to close the show, Jeff.
Thank
Thank you, Jessi, for being on. Appreciate
you
having you.
for having me, and thank you
Yes.
for everything.
Jeff,
I
Jeff
really
and I, yes, of course. Everybody go enjoy Dynamite. I will be putting the announcement about the gauntlet out on Twitter during the course of Dynamite. And
IO. There we go.
there you go. And this weekend,
to Tony Khan for Urban Meyer.
Right.
Since Dwayne wants to bring up the Gators too, so I just had to say apologies. My formal apologies to Tony Khan for Urban Meyer.
and go Irish. All right, let's close the show. Let's close the show. Thank you very much for watching. Everybody have a good night, and we will see you next week right here on the Greg Cherry Show. Have a good night, everybody.